Hey, English learners! Welcome back to English You Never Learned.
The podcast where we help you speak English confidently and naturally, so you can make real connections. I'm Leo.
And I'm Emma. In today's episode, we're talking about something that's important to all of us, whether you're just starting to learn English or you've been practicing for a while.
That's right. Making friends in English.
Yeah, how do you build real relationships when you're speaking a second language? How do you keep a conversation going? What are the things you need to know to be able to connect with people?
Those are great questions, Emma. And these are things that don't get taught in most English textbooks. But that's what we're here for.
Exactly. In this episode, we're not just going to give you a list of phrases. We're going to dive into the social strategies and language you need to build genuine friendships in English. And once you know these, you'll feel more confident the next time you have a conversation.
So whether you're meeting someone new at school, work, or just in your neighborhood, we've got you covered with tips, tricks, and language to help you connect and keep the conversation going.
Before we dive in, quick favor. If this episode helps you, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's learning English and might want to practice making friends in English too.
And if you've got a friend who says, "I'm shy and can't start a conversation in English," this episode is for them.
Let's get started. Leo, how would you say making friends in English is different from making friends in your own language?
Great question. Making friends in any language is about finding common ground, sharing interests, and feeling comfortable with someone. But when it's in English, there's an added layer you have to think in English, and you might not always know the best words or phrases to use.
Yes. And sometimes we feel like we're lost in translation, right? Even though we're trying to speak, we worry about saying the wrong thing, using the wrong tone, or even sounding awkward.
That's totally normal. But don't worry. Making friends is all about the connection, not perfection.
Absolutely. So let's get into some social tips for making friends in English and keeping the conversation going.
Tip 1. Be curious about the other person.
This is huge. One of the best ways to build a real connection with someone is to ask questions about them.
People love to talk about themselves. It sounds funny, but it's true. If you ask good questions, they'll feel heard. And that builds a great foundation for friendship.
Exactly. Now, we're not talking about interrogating someone, but ask them open-ended questions. Not just yes or no questions, but questions that get them talking.
For example, instead of asking, "Did you have a good weekend?" you could ask, "What did you do this weekend?" Or, "How did you spend your weekend?"
And instead of asking, "Do you like music?" you could ask, "What kind of music do you like?" Or, "How did you get into that kind of music?"
These open-ended questions invite the other person to talk more, and it gives you an opportunity to learn more about them.
And that's how you keep the conversation going. It's not just about talking, it's about listening and being genuinely interested in the other person's life.
Tip 2. Practice small talk.
Small talk is key to breaking the ice in any conversation. It might sound like nothing, but small talk builds trust and creates a comfortable environment.
Exactly. Small talk helps you get to know the other person in a non-threatening way. It's how you move from a stranger to someone you can talk to regularly.
Think about it. If you meet someone at a party, you're not going to start with deep topics like politics or personal problems.
You're going to start with things like the weather, your surroundings, or shared experiences. How did you get here today? I love this music. What about you?
Yes, topics like food, weather, or what you're both doing at that moment are perfect. Here's an example. How's your day going so far? Or, what have you been up to this week?
You'd be surprised how much you can learn from small talk. And as you get to know each other, the conversation naturally moves to more personal topics.
And that leads to tip 3. Use shared experiences to create connections.
Yes, shared experiences are powerful. When you connect on something you both know or understand, it strengthens the bond between you.
Let's say you're both in the same class, or you both like the same food. These shared experiences give you something to talk about and make you feel less awkward.
Exactly. And it's not just about having something in common, it's about showing the other person that you appreciate their experiences too. For example, if you both like hiking, you could ask, "What's your favorite place to hike?" Or, how long have you been hiking?
And you can always follow up with, I've never been to that place. What's it like? Or I should try that sometime.
By showing interest in their experiences and opinions, you're not only keeping the conversation going, you're also building rapport.
Now, tip 4. Compliment genuinely and thoughtfully.
Compliments are a great way to make people feel good and open up, but they have to feel genuine.
Yes. Compliments should be specific. If you say, you look great, it's nice. But if you say, I love your shoes, where did you get them? It feels more personal.
Exactly. Complimenting someone's personality or skills is also a great way to show you're paying attention. For example, you have a great sense of humor. I love how you made everyone laugh earlier.
And, most importantly, don't give compliments just to get something in return. It's all about making the other person feel good without any expectations.
That's a great point. Compliments should always come from a place of genuine appreciation.
Moving on to tip 5. Be mindful of body language.
You might be surprised by how much your body language affects a conversation. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it.
Yes. Nonverbal cues like eye contact, facial expressions, and posture all play a role in making someone feel comfortable.
When you're listening, show you're interested with eye contact, nodding occasionally, and facing the person. This shows you're fully present in the conversation.
And avoid crossing your arms, looking at your phone, or checking the clock. It can make you seem disinterested, even if you're not.
Good body language makes you appear friendly, approachable, and engaged.
Now, tip 6. Learn to ask follow-up questions.
Follow-up questions are key to keeping a conversation flowing. They show that you're interested in what the other person is saying.
Yes. Let's say someone tells you they've been to Paris. Instead of just saying, that's cool, ask, what did you like most about Paris? Or, how long did you stay?
Or if they mention a hobby like painting, you can say, what's your favorite thing to paint? Or, how did you get started with painting?
This keeps the conversation going and lets the other person expand on their thoughts, giving you more to talk about.
The goal is to avoid those awkward silences, where you're both unsure of what to say next. The more you ask genuine follow-up questions, the more natural the conversation will feel.
Tip 7. Practice your listening skills.
Yes. A conversation isn't just about talking, it's about listening. In fact, good listening is often the secret to making strong connections.
You can't build a friendship if you're not truly listening to the other person. It's about being present and understanding what they're saying.
One trick is to practice active listening. This means focusing fully on the speaker, understanding their message, and responding appropriately.
For example, instead of thinking about what to say next, really pay attention to what the other person is saying. React to their emotions, nod to show you're engaged, and ask for clarification if needed.
The more you practice active listening, the more connected you'll feel to the person you're talking to.
Tip 8. Don't be afraid of mistakes.
We all make mistakes when speaking, especially in a second language. The key is to not let that stop you.
Exactly. Don't apologize too much for mistakes or over-explain what you're saying. Instead, own your mistakes with confidence.
For example, if you say something wrong, just smile and correct yourself. Oh, I meant to say.
People appreciate your effort to communicate, and most importantly, they don't mind mistakes. It's about the conversation, not perfection.
And remember, every mistake is a learning opportunity. With each conversation, your confidence will grow.
Tip 9. Be open-minded and adaptable.
Different people have different communication styles. Some are more talkative, some are quieter, some may like to ask deep questions, while others prefer lighter, more casual topics.
The best way to adapt is to read the situation. If someone is more shy, you might need to ask more open questions to get them talking.
On the other hand, if someone is very talkative, you might need to share more of your own thoughts to balance the conversation.
It's all about being flexible and making the conversation feel natural for both of you.
And finally, tip 10. Keep it fun and lighthearted.
Sometimes, the best way to connect with someone is by laughing together.
Yes. Humor is a great way to break the ice and bond with others. Share funny stories, laugh at silly things, and keep the mood light.
The more you make human connections through humor and shared experiences, the stronger your relationships will be.
So, to recap all 10 tips for making friends and keeping the conversation going.
Tip 1. Be curious about the other person.
Tip 2. Practice small talk.
Tip 3. Use shared experiences to connect.
Tip 4. Compliment genuinely.
Tip 5. Be mindful of body language.
Tip 6. Learn to ask follow-up questions.
Tip 7. Practice your listening skills.
Tip 8. Don't be afraid of mistakes.
Tip 9. Be open-minded and adaptable.
Tip 10. Keep it fun and lighthearted.
If you use these tips, you'll be speaking English confidently and genuinely with anyone you meet.
And remember, friendships take time. Don't rush the process. Just keep showing up and being yourself.
If this episode helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
And tell us in the comments. What's one tip you'll try today to start a conversation in English?
This was English You Never Learned with Emma and Leo.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep making new friends in English.
Bye.